Hi, have you been wanting to start something new but getting stuck? You really want to make money being you, but you find yourself hovering around in the sky like one of those beautiful kites, circling, and you just never seem to land. You never seem to make progressive steps, really positive movement forward to actually start to make money being you. Hi, I'm Michelle Taylor, and for many years now I've helped thousands of people thrive in their lives, and now I'm helping them thrive in their business, making money being them. And if you're like everybody else I know, every coach, excuse me, I'm actually at Brisbane International Airport on my way to LA, and so I hope you can just excuse that sound in the background. I'm not allowing this to stop me from giving some value to you, because we would make excuses. We all make excuses about why we stop ourselves from giving value to everybody else. I could have made an excuse today saying I'm tired, I look terrible, I didn't sleep last night on the plane from Darwin to Brisbane, but I was inspired, so oh yes, I've got a little baby here tapping me. I was inspired, so I thought I would come on. So I could have listened to my mind, or the many excuses that, hey Janina, the many excuses that my mind was making. And so I was struck last week, and anybody in a business knows they need to do this, is create a vision for their business. And what I wanted to do was, I was going to look at it again for 12 months time, and then break it down into 3-month chunks, because that's actually really doable. Your mind can actually focus 3 months in advance, especially if it's a new thing that you're wanting to start. 12 months seems so far away, and there's so many things to do, you need to break it down. But what happened was, 3 months ago I was really inspired, I felt really expansive, and I wrote lots of great stuff. But this 3-month period, for some reason, I was stuck. My brain could not imagine what the 3 months ahead of me could be, let alone 6 months, 9 months and 12 months, which I was required to do for this coaching program that I'm involved in for my business. And so what I found myself stuck in, and I'm wondering if you are the same, is when you feel disappointed in yourself and you make excuses, or you make stories up or interpret why you're not doing something. You get stuck in those stories, rather than actually doing something purposeful about your business, moving forward in a meaningful way, taking all those little steps that you know you need to do, because you're stuck in a story. You're stuck at the lowest level, which is thought and feeling, rather than going up and up leveling your thinking into what is possible, or even just noticing that these are just thoughts and feelings and stories. They're actually not the truth. And what I noticed I was coming from, because I had a lot of things going on for me, I was stuck in a feeling place, and probably not a great feeling place. And I was also stuck in focusing on all the things that were going around me, rather than, which is focusing on the present, and rather than the future, which is what I needed to do for my vision. Now I'm wondering if you're thinking about leaving work, or even starting or moving your little side hustle or small business, getting it up and running. Do you actually do this stop-start thing, getting stuck in external circumstances, getting stuck in your stories, interpretations of how you're going, what you're doing, what the market's doing, what other people are doing, comparing yourself to other people? What things are keeping you small and stopping you from creating your vision? The first thing I need to do is actually accept that that's exactly where I was, accept that I was feeling stuck, feeling that stuckness. And once I sat with the reality of it and accepted it, I didn't fight it anymore, and I just breathed through it. So I just connected to where that stuckness was in my body, and just realised that it was just an emotion going through, and a story and a thought. And I was doing things like trying to up-level my thinking, like meditating, walking, laughing, taking my mind off my business, because that's often what we need to do. Often we know that we get inspiration when we have a shower or we do other things, or I often get inspiration, as often other people do, when they first wake up in the morning. So have a pen and paper ready next to your bed. Another thing that I did is I actually just sat in, as I said, the acceptance, but also I created a new story. The old story was, this isn't good, what's wrong with me, I'm not living my purpose, I'm not making any positive steps, this is no good, it's going to be a disaster, my business is a failure. That was one story that was going on that I got stuck in. So then I decided to up-level again my thinking and create a new story, another story about what this could mean. A story that works for me. And the story that worked for me was that this absolutely means that something amazing is going to happen. Something I can't even imagine is going to be just around the corner. Because if I can imagine it, it's really pretty much the same as my past. It's pretty much the same as what I can see that other people are doing. And when we create our businesses, we don't really want a business like everybody else. We want to make money being us, being truly us and creating anew, creating afresh. And sometimes that actually is bringing something completely different to your life. So if you can't see a vision for really what you want, that can be okay, because it can mean that something even better, that something you can't even imagine, something hugely amazing is coming for you. And this is what I'm trusting. I'm sitting as I'm waiting at the airport going to LA, and I'm sitting in the okayness of not having a vision for the future and just allowing whatever needs to come up to be okay. And maybe some magic and some miracles can happen. Who knows? And hopefully I'll be able to get back to you in a few days and let you know how that went. That's sitting in the trust, in the sitting in the space of just being okay with not having a vision for my business just for now, because this is just for now, this is happening. And so if you are sitting in stuckness or sitting in your story and you want to create something new, just notice what's happening. Be kind to yourself, because this is very human and we all go in and out of these things all the time. Always ups and downs, always ups and downs. And whenever I see my clients, usually I say, how have you been since the last session, or what have you noticed that's different? If I had $1 for everybody said, anytime somebody said, oh, there's been ups and downs, there's been good times and bad times. That's what everybody says, because this is the nature of life. It is not one flat line, it is ups and downs. And right now I'm in the down of having a vision and moving forward. And I'm making that okay. And I'm sitting in the possibility that something awesome is going to happen for me. Something awesome is going to be coming my way. And I'd like you to sit in the possibility that something awesome is coming your way. Sitting in the newness of a possibility. Okay, so with that, and sitting in the not knowing how to make the next, what next move to make, or your vision, I'd like you just to connect with what excites you, because that's what I am going to be driven by. What excites me and where my energy takes me. All right, until then, I'm going to come back to you in a few days, and perhaps I'll have some more inspiration to share with you. Until then, keep being you, and you want to live the dream. Don't give up on your dream. See you later.